creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The Exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Atom.
Pizza mozzarella, rella, 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 rella.
Korak as Lythander.
Line!
Alatos as Gavel.
Hello everybody, my name is not Markiplier. Today we're going to be starting our first Let's Play of Dishonored.
And everyone else, played by me, GamerX, the GM. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting! Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. must band together to save the Dreaming Sea, and perhaps reality itself, from the greatest threat creation has ever known. All this and more on FateBreakers.
This went on for 15 hours.
The true threat was themselves!
Man.
No, the blurst blonde blob bit was pretty good, I'll admit.
Have I even gotten to what the true threatening all creation is yet? I mean, there's a
No.
bunch of different ones we could pick from.
There's a lot, but no.
And this is even after we scrolled down on the 10,000 dooms from previous editions of the game.
Is it capitalism again?
Oh yeah,
It's
man.
not capitalism again.
No,
it's
we
da-
did.
it's
We did.
it's a
No,
day.
we did, man.
It's a
God.
dayarchy.
Oh.
That's not capitalism.
Yes,
Hey,
it's always capitalism.
what's really funny is
It's
that Korek is
always
100%
capitalism.
correct
Oh, come on!
in terms of
Wow.
Exalted cosmology.
Built on capitalism between the
Nice.
gods, using humanity as its own resource and currency to trade upon each other.
Oh no.
You'd
And then it
probably be
goes,
less corrupt than 9% of the gods in creation, yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I would make a good god, wouldn't I?
So it's been a month since last time.
Yep.
Since recording.
What was that, Brand? Oh,
I
wow,
mean,
he
the
kinda
GM
died,
caught
I
and
know.
then
What does
recovered
that
from
mean?
COVID, so...
Yes.
Wait, what?
I do remember one.
I
A couple of
remember
things that
absolutely
happened.
everything
If I
from
recall,
last session. It was like
there was an
yesterday.
imposter among us.
Sauce.
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't
so
have a
the
GM.
funny haha thing of Lythander staying down in the underworld was taken advantage of by the mysterious economy. A heart...
The action economy, if you
Different
will.
one. This is a Heart Eater Exalt. One of... I've seen a comment or two about what these guys are. These are from the Exigence Kickstarter, one of the apocryphal optional canon Exalts, who were essentially corrupted by... and the Primordials, like, near the very end of the war, did a ritual to try and fuck them over by killing their patron, and then using them in a really fucked up corruption ritual. It worked! Too well! They dreamed of creating the world's most evil Exalt, and they succeeded.
Yeah, you mentioned that at the end of it. If I recall correctly, after we managed to avoid the scuffle of being rotten from the inside by what I remember was a bird, we managed to get through a river into the border of the next town where the next batch of the story would get. And then we ran into a character from canon.
Yes, you run into one of the signature exigents, Willow Spectre. Because we have 3 permanent players, there will be occasional guest stars who help you guys out just to help make things a bit more fair with the insane bullshit you'll be fighting.
Indeed.
Well, we have a guest on the way at some point. Pay attention to that in the future, and we'll reveal who they are at a later date.
Keep your eyes open, folks. You might just miss it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, also...
keep those eyes open.
Specifically, what happened with the Heart Eater is all it takes is one conversation or one social interaction with them, and they can put the whammy on you and make you their pawn. So they had to do a lot of running around camp, and Gavel ended up tackling a lot of people to the ground to try and stop as many mind controls from going off as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you now have an effect to deal with mind control and breaking it. Korak, what's that new power you got?
So, what I got, just need to find it. Sorry, give me 1 second. I just need to get in here.
Isn't homebrew fun, kids?
I love
I love
homebrew. What are you
homebrew.
on about?
To be fair, this is something Exalts have been able to do basically every power set. I just made up a charm to translate it from
Where
prior
is it?
editions.
There's the charm. Curse Shattering Strike. Prerequisite sagacity of performance 4 rather than needing sacred or regions.
What
or
is-
extended
Playing
rituals
Earthbound music.
to pursue, to approach curses and baleful sorceries. The Exalt needs only their own hands. Basically, spend 2 motes, roll Fate Force plus Sagacity against a curse to immediately dispel it upon success. The difficulty is equal to the essence of the malefactor curses, that they are themselves uniquely potent and laid down up by the mighty supernatural foes, such as Death Lord, Second Circle Demons, and the most puissant gods require a venture to dispel.
And
Is
there's a
that,
unique
is that,
lunar
is that
mode.
supposed to be a pie? Oh, that I thought that was something I had to buy.
New funky mode.
No, Poissant is powerful, essentially. And there's a lunar mode, too, which is incredibly funny.
I didn't know that
Funky Kong mode
I didn't know
unlocked.
that Devil Manifesting Howl was actually part of the charm as well. I thought that was a secondary thing that I had to buy.
Yeah, this is a universal charm, and that's the lunar-specific mode.
Oh!
Poissant is actually French for fish-like.
You know
Very
what? Wouldn't
appropriate,
surprise
given
me.
what's going to happen later tonight.
At 7:51, work in progress, but probably usable for right now, if I recall correctly.
No, above that!
I'm just reading what's in my notes. And yes, this is something Lunars can do as of 3rd edition, just casually forcing sapients onto disease and curses, making them their servants.
Alright, let me read out what that actually says. Just as easily as the lunar can change from one face to another, so too can they force form onto the formless. Should the lunar successes overcome the curse originator's resolve, the curse is expelled in the form of a spirit with a major tie of loyalty toward the lunar. The spirit is equivalent to the tertiary follower merit, with the unique ability to pass on its curse effects to targets via overcoming their resolve.
So basically what you're telling me is I need to throw more stuff into follower merits to make me ultra-powerful god. There is no disease.
I mean, you don't necessarily need that. So yeah, lunar, specifically Lunars usually did this with diseases in terms of Plague Devouring Kiss, I think is the Source Charm's name from 3rd edition. They could just take out diseases and turn it into a minor disease god. And I think they could do that with other supernatural curses too, so this is that, represented in essence. So this can be used to break Heart Eater to break Heart Eater mind control. So do you want to go ahead and use it on the 2 Gavel troops that they caught?
Yeah! I buy it as well.
That would be helpful.
So, there's 2 of them, right?
Yes. And when I say all you need is your hands, what I mean is that you are punching the curse out.
Oh,
of them.
I was gonna do one better. I'm gonna grab both of them by the back of the head,
Okay.
their heads. And
Okay.
just say, "Wake up, Mo! Wake up, Curly!" And yeah.
Together.
Do I get a stun for that?
The Heart Eater actually takes control of them for a few moments, even though they're inside the ring right now. It shouldn't be able to do that, but it does.
Don't worry, I'm stronger.
Yeah, go ahead and get a stunt for that. Yeah, very smugly. Oh, that's not going to. Oh shit!
So force plus sagacity. Can I?
Difficulty of. I'll go ahead and reveal that their essence is currently 3.
Okay, so.
Oh, only okay. Good. It's you just need to get 3 successes, Korak, please.
And you have a stunt.
You have a stunt.
I don't know if I don't know if I made
6
it. with
successes.
that. I don't know.
Thank goodness.
Don't worry, that's all
right.
my luck for today.
You know what?
As you slam their heads together, you hear something break.
Oh no!
Not their skulls. You
Oh,
hear
no.
the physical shattering of what sounds like metal chains, or splintered, like if you put up a stick of dynamite next to a quarry and exploded it. Like, this is the kind of thing you're hearing of shrapnel breaking from just echoing out from inside their minds, and you see their eyes briefly flash opal white and then turn back to their normal colors. And then immediately behind them are ejected two little gremlins that are essentially coins with arms and legs attached to them like a mascot.
Oh no! This is cursed! I didn't know we were going to NFT land. Or crypto land.
No!
And that's gonna get censored.
Correct, how did you get my notes for future sessions?
No!
Oh,
Not coiny
Um,
or Connie or whatever it was called, that little smug coin. Oh wait, what was that coin in Loki called? What is a Loki?
Is Gavel in the room by chance?
Yeah.
This is taking place within the ring, so
Disclaimer.
probably
Okay.
not.
Disclaimer:
Alright, never
the
mind
Action
then.
Economy crew does not make available a platform for Bitcoin scumbags. Please disregard all opinions stated by Lythander and the recording of
You're
this
saying,
session.
oh no, not this. Anything but this.
Okay. That's very
He
fair.
hates economies.
Very
Remember
fair.
that. He's a lunar. He doesn't
Alright.
like economies at all. He
Both-
freeloads.
Alright, so both the humans fall over clutching their heads because they just have their heads bashed together. And the coins, like, both look at each other and
Hello,
then up at
little
you.
ones. Will you like to die?
No, not really.
So tell me all about
Nah,
the boss,
I'm good.
please.
Wow.
The boss is the boss. I don't know much.
You know what? That's
I'm entry
actually
level.
very fair.
Sorry, when you gave him this voice, I just pictured fucking Minecraft villagers. Going, wow. Wow.
Let's see.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting you, Corey.
Oh, it's
Go ahead.
fine.
Okay, I have no idea what to do with you two. What are your names?
You got a name? No, I don't got a name. What about you? No.
I'm gonna name you Larry, I'm gonna name you Mo.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
That was way too easy. So, hey, you two over there, the people that I just smashed their heads together, are you okay?
Oh! Oh! What the
Getting
fuck
rid
was
of.
that?
Oh,
It's one hell of a bender.
do I see a coin slot on their heads?
You don't. They
Lythander has
appear
many
the coins appear to have dropped
So
out
I
of their
pulled
ears.
these guys out behind your ears. You can call me the world's greatest magician.
The boss mentioned something about a symbol. Oh, that must be the economy symbol. Okay. Hey, why can't we hear him anymore?
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Oh no.
Give me another sagacity roll with any attribute.
4 successes.
They seem almost disappointed isn't the quite word, but uneasy maybe that the connection appears to have been severed. And then you realize that there's an additional layer that your magic can't really fix, at least magically speaking. Heart Eater control, you quickly realize, doesn't just consist of the essence tether that lets them hijack bodies. It also
Oh,
creates
no, you
actual
guys
emotional
were-
attachments.
Hmm.
You got rid of the mind control
Oh, God, I
effects.
did not
They're
know
still
that this was
brainwashed.
NTR as well.
Well,
No!
Oh my goodness.
Am I wrong?
well, kiddos. You could just call us HR. We can get you out of a dead end job. But as for finding better work, well, that's your journey to take. And that's as far as you go.
They don't hear that because you're not in the ring.
Adam vanishes into a puff of smoke.
Briefly shows up in
Oh,
the
wait,
ring
yeah,
to say
we're
that
in my
and then
ring.
does not elaborate, leaves.
God, I thought you meant I made a For a second, I thought I made a ring of salt or something. All right, would you
Be
two
that as
like
well.
to leave now?
I love corn.
Yeah, we should probably send a report back to the boss about the connection being cut. You think he could reestablish it? Maybe.
I grab them by their hair again. and I smash harder.
Okay. Okay, give me a Force plus close combat roll.
Okay. Okay.
With a stunt
Thank
for
you.
addition for continued comedy factor.
I just
Oh
clap
no,
my
botch!
Oh.
It's supposed to go.
I think what
Oh.
actually happens with the bots is that you actually knock them out,
Oh, this is not
so
how
you're
this
not getting
was
anything
supposed
else
to
out
go.
from them for a while.
Okay. I mean, good thing they're in here.
Yeah, so I'd imagine
Humor.
this is a bit of a flashback that takes place on the boat as you're on the way to Champoor,
Yes.
before picking up the man out. Thank you, Riddler.
Oh my goodness.
Very
Oh,
iconic.
goodness.
Iconic.
I hate that the Gigaboot boys took that for their own.
Truly. Yeah.
Alright, so after a while, are you taking the little
I'll take 'em with
Mo
me.
and
They're
Larry
my
out of
pets
the
now.
ring with you? Or are you leaving them in there? Okay.
Don't worry, Larry.
Okay,
Don't
yeah,
bring it up
the
when
mind
next
control
come
spirits
home.
are just in your hands now. As Korak, sorry, as
Well,
Lythander
hello,
just pops
everybody.
out of the ring onto the deck with
So-
everyone else.
This is
So what was their deal?
I've seen enough Japanese anime. Wait, what is the equivalent of Japan? And
I've seen
Feel like
enough
you're getting
realm.
confused.
I've seen enough
yes,
realm
I've
plays
seen
to know where
enough
this is
realm
going or
comics to
something.
know where this is supposed to go. And no, this is not how it's supposed to go. So they are. I got rid of these little beauties.
It doesn't.
Say hello, Larry and Mo.
Hello.
These
Hi.
are the curses that were in them. Heart Eaters are a lot stronger than I thought they would be, and they're loyal still. They no longer have a connection, but they're loyal. So, Gavel,
Well,
there's a few things you could do.
Less pieces on the board is good for us.
I know you can
Yes.
partially train them to get them to be re-loyal to you through fear and pain and fear and pain.
What about benefits? Asks Mo. Yeah, you got 401k? Asks the other.
I don't even know what half of those words mean.
And I essentially, I walk up to them. I go, well, in terms
So
of
what do
those
you
kind,
mean by that,
we don't really deal in too many bureaucratic benefits, but we can offer you, self-employment, a nice home office, some opportunities for
Being able to
exercise,
change into any
dental
form you
plan.
wish by me
Get
touching
your-
you.
Glory,
You know, that's-
valor, land.
You know that's part
Oh,
of the
we have
dental
dental?
plan.
I open my mouth
and
to show that teeth are
we
just
have dental.
falling off and regrowing.
That's
Yeah,
the
we have
lunar magic,
dental.
like a shark.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
about my
we can
teeth
talk
falling
about
out?
that later. First things first.
Oh, good. because I
No,
need it.
about the dental. For the time being, you boys can take your rest. Consider it a
Hey,
paid vacation.
You do know the two that are actually
How's that?
that were part of this group are still in the ring, right? These are just they didn't become them.
Yes, I'm conversing with them through the power of convenience.
They actually
Shut
are
up.
they actually are material right now.
I shove them back in the ring.
Okay.
I
Bye.
take them back out. I put them back.
Enjoy
in.
Fiji.
I take them back
Mhm.
out. I put them back in.
Dark-eyed Stargazer was actually doing some astrology on the deck a few feet away. He looks over at you. You know, I have some herbs if you are dealing with tooth loss.
That would
No,
actually be
he's-
very
So-
helpful. Are they minty flavored? Or are they
Uh,
chalk flavored?
eucalyptus, I think it's called.
That's poisonous to everything besides koalas, and that's still poisonous to them.
Really?
Yes, actually.
I've eaten it for
Yeah.
I've eaten it for 20 years and I haven't noticed any issues.
It also gets them incredibly high.
Yes,
Mm.
which is why it's poisonous.
Oh, maybe
Solid.
that's how I initiate. Oh,
Yes. I look at them and nod my head. It's almost like me being a rabid alcoholic, but worse.
Common mistake, sir. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Wow,
Alright,
I'm
so
being a
this is
jerk this session. Oh, well.
This is probably the point where we flash to the present again, and you guys get in through the docks of Champoor.
Yeah, me and my
Yes.
30 specialist
special-
troops.
Yeah, walking in on it, you can already hear some chatter among the troops of. So how the anti-mind control stuff worked is that rather than falling under the Heart Eater's influence, they have accepted a major intimacy of rage towards capitalism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's strong.
Yeah. That's me. I did that.
That's a good one.
I
I mean, it worked. It's incredible. It worked.
Yeah, it did. That's all that matters for right now.
Yeah, so already,
That's half
like,
the battle.
as you guys are headed to the docks, you are already hearing terms you haven't heard before, Gavel, and outside of maybe communications with your unwoven coagitators, stuff about the working class and exploiting workers and unions?
Has the term
What's a
bourgeois appeared yet?
Not yet, give it time.
Thank goodness. All right.
Bougie is how I say it. You're pretty bougie there, Gavel. Bougie, bougie, bougie.
Gavel's just gonna keep a note of what her troops are saying, but not gonna say anything back to them or comment in any way. She's just gonna mentally note it down.
Okay, so the first thing that happens after you guys get off the dock, as mentioned previously, are customs isn't the right word. You are giving bribes to a few gangs that the gangs that run the docks, and they
Yes.
outright use the
Right.
word bribes, as mentioned previously. They are not
Mhm.
trying to hide it whatsoever.
That's fine. Gavel would seem very welcome and a little bit shocked at the blatantness of what they're doing.
Everybody's got their price, boss.
They're all,
I'm
of course, they aren't built like sailors. Is the weird thing. They're all dressed in robes.
Aw.
Uh-oh.
I would like to
Mind-
turn into
Adam's
a
mind-
pigeon or
Adam's mind immediately flashes to our monk friend.
Oh yeah,
Mantle,
true.
yeah.
Mantle.
Yeah, Mantle.
Sorry, correct. Do you shapeshift right in front of everyone?
no. This is before we get in. I'm going to be
Okay, got it.
I'm going to be a bird on Gavel's shoulder.
Okay.
Also, what do I have to?
they
What do I have
request
to roll?
they
in?
request an extra tax for the bird.
I'm gonna just fly
Okay.
and fly away, and then go over the gate.
Okay.
Well, it's gone now.
The first thing that you notice getting over those gates is you're seeing anima flares like a few blocks away.
I'm gonna note that down in my archive.
Right. Oh, before we go, I
what
want
Yeah,
to ask, do I have to roll anything to like mentally connect these two? Like, these you said they weren't built like sailors. They look like sailors. They're wearing mantles, and robes, things like that.
Go ahead and give. This is a weird request. Ranged combat roll.
Ranged
Okay.
combat roll. That's a fascinating one. All
Actually,
right.
no, make
Any
it close
attribute?
combat. Sorry. Yeah, any
Any
attribute close
attribute.
combat.
Okay. Fucking. Let me give it a go. All right, that's four successes.
That's a success. These are martial. These are a lot of uniforms you see postulants, adherents to martial artists use. They allow for very easy freedom of movement, and in some cases can even be incorporated into the styles themselves. And from the way that they are casually carrying themselves and standing, they have their arms kind of perched forward, a la Mr. Burns, like as a general resting stance. These are Mantis-style practitioners. In fact,
Ooh.
you see a lot of people, like, in the dock and even further in the city, like, every 20 or so people, you see someone in robes.
So remember about the disguise plan.
Yes.
I feel like we might be needing to perform sometime soon. We may be surrounded by friends of our monk associate from back with the corrupt god all those days ago.
I see.
These are all martial arts practitioners, every single one.
Yeah, that could be a bit of an issue. Do you have this particular dress in mind, or do you have it on you rather?
Well, I made sure to bring it over. I called over in a favor. I called in a favor with a friend of mine. They procured. They said we were going to meet with a tailor around these parts. I wanted to make sure that if we were going to do this, we needed something that matches your aspect, boss. You know, there's nothing quite sticks out quite like a dress that doesn't fit. So I definitely made sure to make as many preparations as I could. We're going to be meeting with them on the outskirts, so we're not going to be attracting too much attention. But we're going to have to watch out and not stick out too much until then.
Right.
In preparation for Operation. What did I call it? I believe it was Operation Queen of Spades? What was that?
I believe that was it, yes. That sounds familiar.
Right. Okay.
Considering she points to her horn.
Mm-hmm. Precisely. Alright. What do we do? Alright, so where are we headed off to right now, Rex, essentially?
Oh,
do we get noticed?
Nope, that was a bullshit roll that means nothing to keep you on your toes.
oh okay. Thank goodness.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I might be lying, who knows?
Yeah, that's fair. You could have accidentally hit /R instead of GM/R.
Oh, right. I forgot you could do secret rolls.
Indeed.
Right. And I'm gonna go ahead and whistle back to our bird friend as soon as he's out of earshot of the big guys who greeted us in.
And this is probably about the time when we catch up on the cliffhanger from last time, when someone was trying to stare you to death.
Didn't we chase that person off?
No,
they
we
ran
didn't.
away.
I was about to say, we didn't chase him off. He parkoured across the rooftops.
Wearing full plate armor, I should note.
Of all things, yeah.
Right. That's true. We still need to catch that guy.
Yeah, it's at this point that Willow Spectre finally emerges from below deck after spending some more time recouping from whatever it was that was affecting him. Well, I owe you all a debt for pulling me out from the water, so what is it you're here for? It's only fair to pay it back.
We hear the economy's got business. It has been spreading its tendrils all across Champoor. It's even affected the royalty at this point. So essentially, we're trying to do a bit of spring cleaning around here, find out what's going on, and it'll probably bring some prosperity back to the old place.
Ah, do-gooders. I've been there.
Want to get back? We want to get mixed. Well, in a less do-goody way of saying it, we're looking to get mixed in with royals and start some trouble.
Nods. So you're after someone calling himself the economy, or are you fighting the concept of the guild in general, or...
That's...
More of the latter than the former. From what we've seen, anyway.
A bit of column A, a bit of column B.
So you're not here about the plague, then?
We think that may have something to do with it.
Or
at least
we
feel like it might have some tie to it.
As far as I know, there's only one survivor. Me.
Right.
I see.
And you've described your symptoms in detail before. I believe that there might be something to do with that fella who skedaddled not a few moments ago. We got an eye in the sky. We got an eye in the sky looking for him, but Hopefully they don't get distracted. Know who to look for.
Well, if you give me a moment, I might be able to help pick up on something after the fact. And you see for a moment his pupils turn into dice.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Everyone else roll a awareness check.
Awareness, alright.
Awareness.
Excluding Lythander, since you're not there.
Any
And,
specific
what-
attribute?
Any attribute.
Any attribute?
Okey-doke. Let me give it an honest go once again.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Nope. I am
6.
I am freaked out by his freaky dice eyes to know. Too freaked out by his dice eyes to notice anything.
6 successes, much
Good,
like a
so-
6-sided dice.
So Gavel's the one who
Yes.
notices the pickpocket then.
Oh, who are they trying to pickpocket?
Adam.
Okay, I'm grabbing the arm of whoever's trying to pickpocket Adam.
Funny enough, before you can even do that, you see something fall out of Spectre's pocket, travel across the deck. The kid slips on it, goes flying, and soars all the way through the air into the sails of one of the nearby ships, getting tangled there.
Good, as rightfully deserved.
And the fire one drops back to the floor.
That's funny.
Ah, street urchin. You know, I haven't been here in a while, and I've been missing those. It adds charm, I find.
Charm. I guess you could call it that.
A hint of
what's that?
danger is always nice to keep you on your toes.
You know, I used to think those were actual coincidences until I figured out I was actually causing. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Willow Spectre. I am the chosen of Plentimon.
Plentimon.
Hello, Willow Spectre.
Does that name ring a bell to Gavel at all?
This
Plentimon.
is a fairly well-known god, who is essentially the god of gambling and luck.
Oh, okay.
So, his powers takes the form of Nagito Komeda.
Yeah, I was about to say the ultimate lucky man.
Slash
Or in this
Domino
case,
from
God.
X-Men.
Plentimon,
Solid.
god of luck and gambling. Okay.
I was here to settle accounts, but then someone looked at me funny and I almost died.
Right. That's what
Hardest
we're
thing I've had to do since lighting up is getting rid of that poison. It's no laughing matter.
You felt as much. Whatever's going on with that is mighty sinister. And it ain't no biopsy. And it don't need no biopsy to know that it ain't no bacterial infection either. This stuff is magical.
Oof.
That he did roll that's his tertiary pull on giving any more information about the disease. So the closest thing he can give is just reiterating that it appears to be spread via not even through aerial or ingestion or liquids. It's spread via look.
Right.
Now,
It's a sight-based disease.
Right. Now, why would somebody be purposely trying to spread an illness amongst the population? I've heard it being used as a war tactic before, albeit a particularly merciless one. But it feels awfully targeted. Don't you agree?
I mean, a disease that can be spread by eyesight. Well, I'll have to say that's a new one I haven't experienced before. But based on that as its traveling method, I can't particularly see why it would be targeted.
Well, it feels less like a disease and more so like a curse.
I was about to say a curse, a free-range spell of some sort.
Yeah.
Not mutually exclusive, I should note. Spectre mutters.
Indeed.
Right. All right. I
So-
imagine the best
I feel as though I think I've regained enough of my personal essence to assist, and I would be lying if I weren't say I weren't interested in settling affairs with whoever did this. And if it sounds like we
Yes.
share a common foe, then
Then I
Well-
don't see why we shouldn't travel together for a little bit.
Allow me to be the first to welcome you to our merry band.
everyone roll me another round of awareness checks.
Here's your
Cool.
funny.
Is it gonna be another? Is it gonna be another street kid? Hold on.
Here's your funny hat and commemorative badge.
6 successes
Ah,
again.
nice, very good. Let me see if I got over that bad roll syndrome.
That
somewhat.
you kind of did. 4 successes.
4 successes.
This is not a pickpocketing of you.
Well, me?
No, this is you. You hear a scream from multiple blocks away across the docks.
Oh.
Oh crap! I don't have you on the dock screen yet. Let me go pull you over to there.
Whee! All right. Which of the... Let me zoom out first a little bit.
Yeah, let's say that
which-
you guys are at the bottom left. You hear the screen coming from like the bottom right area near all those
Bottom
crates.
left. Let me put my token on as a rep. Bottom left, you say? No, not that. Go away. Okay, so bottom
All right.
left.
I've been-
Okay. And
I've been
then
missing this.
bottom right. Okay, okay.
Okay, so you hear someone scream, and then looking in that direction, you see someone fall over, and there is a splash in the water as someone dives in to make an escape. Gavel, you rolled high enough. Gavel and I both rolled high enough to see a tentacle.
How? What? Can I get a size dimension of this tendril, this tentacle?
Stretching about as what? Stretching, I would say in terms of length, it's like double the size of a leg, of a standard human leg, and
Okay.
for width, it's like no wider than a finger.
Okay, so not terrible then.
It's not 100 Venom Stinger size.
I was about
You
to say.
Yeah.
Gavel's gonna rush over, and
So Rex, you said this thing was coming out of the water,
It
but you
diving
also said
into
somebody
the water.
was. Oh yeah.
Someone
I was just
stung
wondering-
and then dove in.
Oh dear. Jellyfish.
yeah, Gavel's gonna go over and see. She's not gonna do anything yet, but she's gonna at least get close to the situation.
So, assuming we are at like a dock, I wonder if there's any. Is there a fishing rod close by? I know this is a weird question to ask, Rex.
You see monks on a fishing boat.
And I go, and I essentially I give a once over at the more or less distance of where the potential owner of this tendril is, and I go, "Excuse me, sir, can I borrow? It's a matter of emergency. Can I borrow this?"
To one of those tentacle fuckers? Yeah, sure.
All right, and then I'm gonna make a ranged combat force roll to try and throw the hook all the way to where the guy is and
Alright,
pull him
yeah.
in.
Finesse plus range combat with a stunt.
Oh goodness.
All right, I do have I have an excellency, so I'll do that. Yeah. All right. That's good.
Gets past your defense of, I think,
5.
4.
All right, 5 successes.
You hear a muffled, gurgled scream after a few moments of fishing and maneuvering the rod with peerless marksmanship. Are you using any Righteous Devil style stuff with this?
Oh goodness sakes.
I got a bite. All right, I got a bite. No, I'm not using it to hurt him. I'm trying to pull them in. I'm trying to just hit him with the rod just so that I can pull them back.
Well, you have to hook him in order to do that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I did. That's what the roll. I thought the roll was.
That's what the scream is. Okay, yeah. So now you have them hooked. You'll need a physique roll to pull them in. and they are going to make a roll
and
to
as
try
soon
and
as
escape.
as soon as I do it, I go, get over here, quick, boss! I got a big one on the line.
That's his
And
escape roll.
I call Gavel in to like see if she would help me like pull this thing in, because I'm not that strong.
Yeah, I'll assist in pulling the poor fool in.
All right, so
Right.
one of you guys can go do an assist roll of some variety, and the other can do the main roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do
an assist roll with navigate.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll do an assist roll with
No, you do the main roll.
Oh, I do the main roll? Okay, what specific things do I need to roll for this?
It's a physique check.
Physique. Oh boy, any specific attributes for that?
Any.
Any? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 D10s.
Okay.
6 successes again!
Oh, man.
Oh,
man, you're on a roll today.
don't say that. That's gonna end it.
Okay, I won't.
Ugh.
That's how Fate works.
Mm-hmm. And with Adam, that is 3 additional successes with the assist. So that's a total of 9 successes.
Alright, it is not without effort, but eventually you do manage to, kicking and screaming and with some oddly luminescent glowing blood left behind in the water, you manage to drag this poor bastard in. It's hard to tell where he's looking, given he doesn't have a face.
Oh!
Jellyfish.
It's another jellyfish folk, like the guys from the very first session.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I thought his face got torn off.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, the jellyfish just don't have like any features. They're just creatures that are 90% water.
That's fair.
All right, now.
Seems
What
you
do
took
we
a
have
bad
here?
tumble.
That was self-defense!
Looks
Come
like
on!
I caught myself a dumbass.
Struggling vaguely to get free, but that hook went in pretty deep. He's lost a few health levels.
Oh.
Solid.
The fisherman shows up. It's like, you want some talents for me to take that off your hands?
Nah, we're good. Thank you kindly for the loan, good sir. Have a nice one.
This is one of the guys in the monk robes, by the way.
Yeah. Wait, did you say? What did he say exactly? Some what?
Talents. I guess he refers to money.
Talents of silver.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
scrip, or whatever kind of currency they're using to represent the Jade standard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think?
Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just talking to you, Gavel. Like, do you think we should?
No, probably not. We can handle this.
It's okay, boys. We got this under control. Thank you kindly for the loan on the fishing rod, though, and have a good one.
You want my two obols? You probably should just kill them.
I'm going to hide I'm going to fly into a barrel and hide and then untransform and walk out.
Okay.
Hey, how are you guys? Wait a second.
There's a screaming jellyfish man right next to them.
I'm going to walk over and I'm going to touch it.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to give it eyes. Didn't
All right,
think I'd do
so...
that, did you, Rex?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right, so give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you at this very spot here and now. I'm waiting.
Willow Spectre this whole time is just standing by the kid. One moment. runs over to the jellyfish, rips off a tentacle.
Oh.
Hey now, don't do that. The poor thing is gonna die.
Well,
No, if anything, it's gonna die too early.
No, you see the poison pulls out what looks like a little jade cup, or mortar and pestle rather. Sticks the tentacle in it and just starts humming a tune while mashing it up in there. Then he brings it over to the kid and rubs it on where he was stung.
Hmm.
So, why did you sting the kid?
He was trying to pickpocket me.
There's 1,000 pickpockets
No,
here.
let's hear him out. And would you have done it if they weren't a kid, but somebody burlier and could probably destroy you?
Well, like a chosen?
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, with Stinger's blessing, I could take him.
Gavel actually does snort at that a little.
Confident.
I just look at Gavel and say, well, he's not unfair. He would have done it to anyone who tried to pickpocket him.
Unfairness is not what I'm looking at here.
Oh, wait a second. I think I remember you.
Also, is this guy actually wearing clothes?
He's wearing a Speedo.
Does the jellyfish
Or
remind me of
the
the
old
Kraken
equivalent.
guy that I was talking to before? Or one of his followers?
When you say the dragon guy, what do you mean?
He's wearing
No,
a
Kraken.
Fundoshi?
Oh, 100 M's? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
this is absolutely one of his guys.
We shouldn't hurt him. He's actually, So, I know your boss. I apparently found him when he didn't want to be found. So, as a gesture of goodwill, I say we don't really harm this man.
Gavel's gonna give Lythander the side eye.
Lythander is going... Wait, does the jellyfish guy have eyes now?
He does. He appears to... He's trying to claw them out.
Oh, I'm gonna get rid of them for him. Sorry about
With his
that.
little nubs.
I
Got
just...
rid of that shit for a reason.
Ooh, okay, light sensitivity, got it.
Friend.
So... Okay, so I just want to know the entire situation here. Kid, what were you doing? And be honest here, because I can tell a liar when I see them.
Let me go to my notes to get the names. One moment.
Yeah, and when he says kid, is he talking about the jellyfish?
I think he's
Is
talking
he?
to the pickpocket.
I'm talking to the
Yeah,
pickpocket.
the pickpocket who
Got caught.
who's been medically treated enough thanks to Spectre's little trick.
I mean, I assume it's just a pickpocket. Like, pickpockets don't need a bigger motivation to just
Needs
steal
some
your
extra
wallet.
cash.
They just grab it, and then, they need it more than you do.
Thank you, kind sirs. Lady
Now go to your...
Lady Tahira said they needed to be taught a lesson.
Okay, hold on. No,
Oh.
stop right there. What do you mean?
Tentacle bastards on our turf. This kid is like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Weird that they decided to send a little pickpocket kid to deliver to
She said that
make an
all
example.
of us.
I was about to say any sort of terror on a specific group can be achieved in all sorts of manners, no matter how small. Believe me.
I guess. Just feels awful petty.
Petty is quite a motivator.
I suppose so. Anyway, kid, I hope that serves as a lesson to you. Don't go getting tangled up in too much no more. You got your little life ahead of you and all that, and you just got away with a light bruise and a slap on the wrist, and you could have died. So I say you got pretty lucky.
You really could
Don't you
have.
think?
Spectre is looking at the cup. This is some pretty bad poison in here.
Exactly.
Thank the gods I found this. Literally tripped right over it. He shows you what looks like a cup carved out of solid green jade.
That's solid.
Uh,
How do people throw these things away? It's a perfectly good jade cup.
Well, when I say tripped over, I was at a casino when it happened, and someone might have wagered it, and
You won.
I don't think I've ever lost since lighting up, yeah. Or at
Yeah,
least at card games.
that would make
Solid.
sense.
You me go fish right now.
Not familiar with that. Is that a form of mahjong?
What the frick is a mahjong? That sounds satanic.
No, quite the opposite. It's a northeastern type of board game. It's quite popular, I hear.
No.
Indeed.
No, it isn't. Stop lying to yourself. No one knows how to play it, just like you, Gaio.
I know how to play it, Willow Spectre says offhand.
Yeah.
It's quite
People know how
popular in that region, but I never got into the game myself.
Oh, it's a little confusing for my tastes.
You
I'm not very
will
good
strike
at
me as
either.
more of the gateway crowd.
Indeed.
More or less.
I don't exactly have much time for hobbies, shall we say.
I'm not very smart. That's just the whole thought. I'm just not very smart. Sorry.
That's too good. That's too good for lines.
So are you just letting the kid go off?
No.
No, Gavel's gonna do something first.
Well,
Okay.
I kind of want to know what's the deal with his with the lady who sent him.
Gavel's gonna slap this kid across the face.
Ow!
Let that be some smarts to you next time.
I'll go getting mixed up with gangs.
What
What
that?
was that?
What was that?
Lythander is going to look at him, getting ready to pull a JoJo scene of kicking him while he's down.
Runs away faster.
You can't outrun.
Nara
You
chat, the
can't outrun
hospital
a
be like-
bird.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
Yes, you can.
that was a nice heartwarming experience, huh?
What's
Gavel
up,
turns to the jelly man.
Currently trying to wiggle his way back into the water, is at the very edge when you see him. When it
How many
reaches,
tentacles does he still have?
Don't shoot down.
about 11.
Don't.
I'm stomping on one of them. I'm stomping on at least 3 of them to make sure he can't go any further.
Stomping
No,
on another.
no. You're not getting out of this scot-free either.
You're making a very bad enemy.
Well, I don't disagree with your treatment of pickpockets and thieves. At the same time, it's a bit much to outright kill a child with lethal poison, don't you think?
I should note, the tentacles are firmer than you would have expected them to be. It actually takes some effort to get through them. It seems like this is supernaturally tough jellyfish rather than 95% water.
Right.
They're interesting. They have I'm gonna start talking about jellyfish if you don't shut me the fuck up, please. That's what happens when you put animals in your video game. I just start going off.
AG's bird facts.
What does the jellyfish have to say to Gavel's particular line of speaking?
You kill thieves! That's how we do things!
Sorry, out of character. Say that again. You cut out for a second there.
You kill thieves. That's what you do to thieves.
No, you don't kill thieves. You take a hand. And then she stomps on another tentacle or another thing.
I need to stop that.
Now,
Expertly.
next time you catch a thief, what are you going to do?
Kill them! Spits in your face.
I see.
How did he do that? He has no mouth.
Good question.
It's an I'm sure he has an orifice
Yes,
somewhere.
he's talking to you. He's got to have something.
Yep.
He wiggles. He manifests moisture into your general direction through wiggling.
Mm-hmm. Gavel just kind of sighs and nonchalantly wipes the spit off her face. Are you really going to make me do this? I really don't want to do this right now.
She really will do it. I saw her.
She will.
Spectre actually taps you on the shoulder. If you kill him, we won't be able to get any more information.
And if you kill him, you'll be making an enemy of someone very powerful.
Let me good cop, bad cop here, boss. Just a moment.
Fucking gods damn it. And she lets
Alright.
she lets him go.
I'm going to offer him
Yeah.
some alcohol.
He does not take it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know what.
You just casually offered this jellyfish.
Can I offer you some arsenic in this trying time?
Would you like anything to drink?
I offer
Would
him
you
a
like
small
some
shrimp.
cyanide? I have a very nutty cocktail for you.
I grab a small shrimp off a gentleman's plate and I give it to him.
Also, doesn't take that. He just smacks it out of your hand and waddles back into the ocean.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh well, I tried.
They're kind of screwed.
At least we got to fish him out of the water. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And he did drop this, Spectre says, holding up a flyer that he procured at some point during this.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's convenient. Wow. How did he keep that in a fundoshi? Actually, I don't want to know. Let's just ignore that and think he had it the whole time. Good work, team.
You really don't want to know how he was keeping this in there. It was gross.
I really don't want to know.
I'd really rather not know.
No.
Any of
I
you
didn't even
guys-
know.
Any of you guys speak ocean tongue?
I could
Uh.
ask someone.
Let me see here. Strange tongue understanding?
I
also-
think that works on written word too, yeah.
Let me double check because I have it as well. Strange tongue. Basic sentence communicated in language they do not know. Their understanding is not sophisticated. However, they get by with
They get by
minimal
with-
reading and speech.
Okay, yeah, that works then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright, committing a mode for that.
it's a bit difficult to get the specifics of it because it uses a lot of metaphor in it, but without breaking down the exact wording of this, the basic idea I can give you is that this is a recruitment pamphlet. It shows what is essentially it's a wartime propaganda poster saying something along the effects of 100 Venom Stingers wants you for the new Oceanic Empire.
Oh, cool. Great.
Oh, cool.
Dang it.
We got ourselves caught up in a bit of another war. From one war to the next.
We'll deal with that later. Let's please try and focus on one thing at a time.
Indeed. We got a perpetrator to catch. Lythander,
Yes.
did you manage to spot, while you were flying, did you manage to spot someone of the following description? And then I give him the description of the fellow you told me about with the what stared at us weird.
Yeah, full green plate armor.
Yeah, Fulton, Mr. Green Knight. I'm gonna call him the Green Knight for this moment forward.
We'll go get Dev Patel in here eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of anima flare.
One of
Right,
them
but
was
did you
green.
One of it was green, in fact.
Which way did the green go?
I'm going to point in a direction where I think it was. Where I should know where it is.
That would be further into the city, at the very edge of one of the less well-to-do sections, and what looks like a market area, like the
All right.
intersection of that. And the anima is still going, by the way.
That's an occupied place. There'll be a lot of eyes on us. All right. So,
if there's going to be a lot of eyes on us, mayhaps we get dressed for the occasion.
indeed. I'll go send the okay to my contact. We'll have us meet at the outskirts of town, get into a shop, and just pick out whatever sounds good. In the meantime, I'll keep watch.
So you said your contact is with a tailor, right?
Yes.
Any specific ideas as to who this guy is, or do you want me to spring what I had in mind?
No, it's like, you had something in mind?
I did, yes.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, by all means, don't hold back on my account. I was just imagining somebody. Somebody who was, working at a small place. He's got helpers, but nothing too fancy. It's a tailor. Somebody.
Is he a tailor?
Somebody who gets contacted.
Well, are you sending this like via courier? Like you wave someone down and
I'm
take,
sending
like,
it
a little bit and send a message to
via carrier
somebody?
pigeon.
Yeah. Okay. Carrier
Yep.
pigeon. Yeah. Takes you a bit of time to get that done. I would say roughly a couple hours, as you continue to get accosted for various bribes. But resources too means that they're not actually impacting you at all. A lot of the people seem very disappointed that you're actually able to pay the protection brackets.
Wait, that
They
It's all
have-
these like
that he's able to?
it's a bunch of six. Yeah, that they're able to.
Oh.
That's
Mhm.
hilarious.
Yeah.
They come up
I
to you,
made sure-
name what should be way too high a price, and then just seem baffled when you're able to pay for it.
Yeah. It's exciting. Yes, I'll take. Oh, by the way, while you're here, could you? And I hand him some cash. It's like, could you get me one of those? I think they're called. What are they called? Halal. Can you give a couple of those? We're starving. I say this.
Goes and
I say
gets the
this to.
halal.
I say this to the guy who is attempting to threaten us
With bodily harm, yes.
with bodily harm.
He does so because he has no idea what to do in this situation.
Thank you kindly, sir. And I give him some more. Oh, and this for your trouble. Go buy yourself something nice.
Okay.
Have a good one, sir.
Pauses. Were you the ones that saved the kid?
We don't like to brag, but yeah.
He gives you back the money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, all right.
He coughs and clears his... He gives you back the money he took, rather.
Oh.
And he clears his throat. The Lady Tahira wanted us to pass a message along for showing the tentacle assholes what's for.
Sure, yes, let's hear the message, fine.
It's always a pleasure.
If you see the one of them that's on fire, be wary, because that one ain't like the others. He's chosen.
That's
The
a
heads
new
around
one.
here.
We'll keep an eye out.
Feel free to do what you want to the others, but that one be careful around. Just a word of warning from one of the enemy and my enemy and all. Asshole
Will do, kind sir.
by the name of Burning Polyps.
Burning Polyps. Lythander, does that name ring a bell
Does
to
it
you?
ring a bell to me?
It doesn't.
Who?
Appears not. Another unseen enemy. That makes the third just this week.
That's not even the third in my notes.
Yeah, indeed.
Alright, at least I got the name down in my notes.
Wait, you
All
take
right.
notes?
Burning Polyps.
Yeah, I have some note
Yeah,
entries.
notes could be a useful thing for viewers at some point.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry viewers, you get nothing.
I mean, you'll have some things from me, mostly just some interesting use of phrases on my part.
I never forget. Until I do. In which case,
I always
Joy,
forget until I don't.
good luck. Anyway, do we get the message back from the tailor?
You do. It's a note that you'll have to wait a few hours because their anima is still going, and they don't want to shred their own customers.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make our way there slowly and just sort of enjoy the sights of the town. I should be familiar with this neighborhood, so I might be able to take our friend. So I might be able to take my friends to see some places. And yeah, while that's going on, I guess we'll just keep an eye out for him. And maybe ask around about this queen character for the guys who were just talking to us.
Okay, in regards to the Mantis gang, who is the gang of people controlling the docks.
Right.
Their leader is a woman, mortal but skilled martial artist, Lady Tahira.
Right. Lady Tahira. I don't know why I said the word queen.
She practices a very defensive martial arts style, which is how she's been able to keep up with a lot of the rapidly escalating gang wars that have been going up in this city.
I choked on my water. Anyway.
That's not the only thing you're gonna choke on.
Do you have any...
Shut up.
Do you have any clue about where she's stationed, or if we could perhaps schedule a meeting with this lady? She sounds like because she sounds like the kind of person who would have her eyes and ears to the ground when her eyes around the city and her ears to the ground when it comes to like things happening around town, like that plague we were talking about earlier, or the stuff happening with the royalty.
Does your lady... How far is your lady's ears and eyes go to, by chance?
Well, after speaking to another of the Mantis adherents, he points at a small fleet of boats docked.
I see. She wouldn't happen to have some ears that go to... I forget the name of Gavel's hometown, where she was
Yadana,
raised in the
I
church.
believe.
Yadana. To Yadana, wouldn't she?
I think she wanted to talk with you, but I don't know if most of it's like around this city. She might have heard bits and pieces.
Well, if you so happen to be granted audience to her, just tell her that Gavel is in town.
So you recognize that name? 1 sec. Because you've been making a bit of a reputation for yourself.
Indeed. Gonna finally be using those influence merits. Uh-oh.
That's a botch!
Yep.
He mishears the name and says that it's something different when he reports back to her.
Oh boy. Alright, that's
No,
fair.
that's always bad.
That's fair.
Some particularly loud seagull distracted him, so he heard it wrong.
He heard Waver instead of Gavel.
Yeah. So after
Wabber.
a few hours, you get a new note back from the tailor saying that his anima's calmed down enough for him to take visitors.
Imagine having that much anima.
All right. Now you're gonna want to get settled in, not steer too much. This particular individual is a bit of an eccentric, you see, as all artists are, as you know.
Yes. Would you like to perhaps clarify a little bit?
Well, Rex, would I like to clarify?
I don't know if you've personally met this person. You know that they're a wood aspect artisan. A dragon-blooded. Who
Ah.
your company has worked with previously.
Well, they're a wood aspected dragon blood.
I see.
Those are very earth individuals. They have, they perceive things in a way that's very different, and they can be a bit passionate in a way that's not, that's a bit noticeable and physical. What I mean is, don't mind if you see a bit of a mess, if you see some clutter or some mess, don't mind it, don't ask about it. Just simply let them flow. It is the trust in the process, is what I'm trying to say.
That should be all well and good.
Yeah, it's what I've learned through working with the artist types.
As long as he doesn't try to look too closely or anything like that towards me, it should be fine.
Have you ever taken your measurements, boss?
No.
Right. Well, I'll tell him to work by eye and not to get too touchy.
Get all the touchy.
Let's move on.
Lest he lose a few fingers.
That's fair. Alright, so we move in.
Right, you see a few guards, but after you show them the letter with their boss's sigil, they wave you through. After a few minutes of walking and finding the nicest shop in the area. Like, this is a place that actually has effort into its upkeep in terms of keeping it well painted and making sure that, like, there's no blood that gets on it from various fights or... So this appears to be, like, the nicest part of the district. And it is a tailor shop. There is a considerable amount of a few assistants working in there. The boss appears to be in the back, judging by the fact that there's a soft glowing green light that is still fading, like behind some very nice beaded curtains. And there are a large amount of clothing of various types on display. They appear to mainly display general wear up front. The more expensive pieces would be kept in back near the Exalt. Because, well, thieves.
Who
Yes.
would thief, though? That's the real question.
A lot of people.
Were you not paying attention an hour ago?
How do you think I got this armor,
That wasn't Lythander. That was
Lythander?
just me out of character.
Oh.
Okay. You scream into the abyss.
Hello?
So I'm guessing we meet the tailor.
So,
You
Adam gives a whistle to see if the tailor's in the back.
The first thing you notice about the tent is that there are a large amount of plants that appear to just be growing wildly from no rhyme or reason, just from the floor. Then Then the vines twist themselves together, and into a giant, like a naga-sized tail. And you see a person poke their... You see, I would say probably looking about, like, late 20s, early 30s. Head shaved bald with a pair of glasses. Adjust them. You from the Golden Hawks?
That would be us. That's right. And would I know this person by name?
Yes. Let me double check what I picked out from his notes from this name generator. One moment.
Love me my name generators.
They're incredibly useful.
They super are.
Let's go with Rajiv.
Rajiv.
You would be Rajiv, I presume.
That I am, and as he slithers out, you notice that he doesn't have legs.
Oh.
Right.
Instead of he is forming a tail made up of wood essence vines that appear to be growing out of him.
I see.
Right.
Apologies, I was in a debate with someone earlier, and things got heated, and I didn't want to risk poisoning anyone.
No worries. We understand how conflicts can go. Anyway,
Gavel gives a little knowing smile.
I would like to request your services in the name of our fine establishment, but not quite for me. me and the boss here, her name is Gavel. She is an excellent war matron. Is that the term? I forget.
Close enough.
We have business in the capital of Champoor, but for circumstances I'm not willing to disclose, we are barred from entry by entities who would seek to jail us for life in hell. However,
you're fighting those Yozi cultists who are on the other side of the city. I got it.
Yeah. Gavel is trying her best to compose herself and keep her face from twitching.
In order to not attract attention, we were looking to make and to enter with some form of disguise. Seeing as my boss is encumbered with the upkeep of several tens of army men, we were thinking of something of the royal attribute, someone that would not call too much attention if they were to be traveling with such a large entourage at their side. I don't quite have the specificities of the design in mind, but I trust that you and her might be able to work something out in that regard.
First question is, how special of a project do you want this to be? Is mundane silk enough? Perhaps some new age fabrics that I've been working on in the back? Or were you looking towards one of the magical materials? Because I only have so much of that to go around, unfortunately. That would require a surcharge.
What would this magical material do, per se?
Well, that would depend on what you want to get out of the outfit. He just kind of shrugs and coils onto himself using his vine tail as a chair.
Do you have something that would block an arrow? Or at least, not pierce the dress?
I could potentially do that with some, let's see, that would be white jade if memory serves. I may have enough of that, assuming that they didn't get all of them. Unfortunately, we have been dealing with a rash of thieveries of very valuable relics all across the city, and some of that is included in my warehouses.
So we've been hearing.
Scuttlebutt's all the warnings about Sozin, the
comic?
Caffractive keys.
Well, Atom, this is technically coming out of your pocket. Do you agree to this? My particular choice selection for fabric?
But of course. See, well, boss, I'm just in it for something of a plan. I'm willing to go with whatever you decide is best for this particular course of action.
That's fine. I'm just trying to think of what should happen if someone decided to be a bit too cheeky. So,
you don't need to worry about that. I'm very gay, he says.
I'm very.
That's not fine. Sure.
What I'm trying to say is, I feel like it's best if the how do I put this? I feel like it's best if the design is personalized to your liking, so that it feels comfortable. At the very least, in a way that it doesn't, it doesn't make you feel like you're forcing yourself in too much of a way. That's at least what I'm concerned with.
Gavel turns to Rajiv. White jade, please. Nothing revealing in design.
We'll need some measurements. One moment. Appears to grow more vines that have notches on them in the same way that you would use a measuring tape.
All right.
Fade to black. Fade back in.
Yep.
All right. That's... Do you want to incorporate any of the horn points to the forehead into the design?
Preferably not. I think that would be a bit too distracting.
You wouldn't happen to be... I'm assuming that's beast folk heritage. No relation to the jellyfish, I would assume.
Indeed.
I'm concerned about the amount of people there myself with that the anathema's raising. He's incredibly brazen, but nowhere near enough immaculates in the area to really do much about them. I'm just worried because they are tricking people into selling their own faces. I have an ex who fell into the whole trap, even though he was chosen as well, and he's now having a good time. He is very regretting that.
You have my sympathies.
Yeah. Essentially, we're looking for something fierce but dignified in that way.
Yes, I'm very familiar with that. I've seen a lot of Prasadi war fashion.
Right.
This will take time, however.
That's perfectly fine.
That is
We'd be
quite
willing
fine.
We'd be willing to assist in keeping your wares safe if it would help alleviate a bit of the trouble.
If you are interested in helping with that, yeah, I can... Yeah, alright, I can maybe work in a bit of a discount, and additionally, I'll tell you what I know about the prime suspect.
I've been told we're quite good at peacekeeping, so something like that shouldn't be too much of a difficult task.
He starts forming little puppets out of more vines and plants. The first figure that you see is the very distinctive armor plate person from the rooftop.
Okay.
As I mentioned, Sozin is the name that everyone is using for them. Kafarak Keys is their sobriquet. They're apparently a demon.
You wouldn't happen to know who their master or who their patron would be, would you? Or is that just...
They didn't say which
Podcast,
one of the devils in particular.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not
The realm
familiar
of
what that
pods.
word is. Is that realm? Yeah, that sounds like some... Yeah, podcasts sound like something they would use very, very decadent in the center.
White man was here. How can you
How
tell?
did you know?
Podcast.
Well, see, Jimbo here, he used a podcast.
Goodness. All right.
Alright, so, continues. They call themselves Hell's Greatest Thief. And they have been amassing a collection of relics from the city. Almost all of it Jade, although there have been reports of an occasional or a calcum or a moonsilver bauble that goes missing from various collections. Even some adamant here or there. You know, there was someone who came into here just a few weeks ago who was shopping for adamants. I unfortunately don't have any. Jade's the only material I have more than a handful of.
You wouldn't happen to know how much orichalcum went missing from this person, would you?
Devil gold? Well, the armor looks like orichalcum from the one span I saw of them, although tarnished with hell energy.
I see. Okay.
Hell's greatest thief, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Adam has tiny gears in Adam's brain are turning.
Some gears are turning in
Lythander's-
Gavel's head as well.
You see
For
Lythander's
multiple
gears
ways
go
to track this
and then
person
fall.
down.
Yeah. Actually, Adam's gears are.
Oh no, the
Adam's
mouse
gears
in
are
there
more-
fell asleep!
Oh no.
Adam's gears are more in line with actually hiring this guy.
Oh, that would
Because I feel like having the ability to having someone who's experienced with going around the entire city and just procuring things and having pathways to cross could be a good way to sneak in case we decide to get physical with the royalty.
Brigitte actually looks a little taken aback at that. Socially, I would be able to assist with that in a lot of respects. I'm not a member of a hearth at the moment, but I do have a relative or two who might be able to have a friend of a friend. Physically, he gestures down. I can move. My connection with Sexta's Jillas allows me motion, but it is a little tricky for me to get around sometimes. The paving in this city is very uneven.
You don't need to trouble yourself any more than you already are. Believe me, we have ways of setting up such meetings.
Mm-hmm. We did. Generally speaking, we seem to run into trouble wherever we cross anyway, so we were thinking of merely procuring we were thinking of mainly stumbling into the fellow naturally and through the course of our adventure.
No matter where we dig, we always seem to find the pearls and the swine.
That indeed.
By the way, while on the topic of that, you wouldn't happen to have seen where there was a person I was arguing with, let's call it, earlier. Unblinking Eye is their name, and they are relentless and very frustrating to deal with as a customer.
Name doesn't sound familiar, I'm afraid.
Oh, yes,
Their
that
anima,
thing.
they went iconic earlier.
That thing,
and
that was
there was
very
an eyeball
disturbing.
maybe the size of a ship
No, that
shining
was...
over a good chunk of the city.
Was their anima green, perhaps?
No, mine's green.
Oh.
What aspect? That's how it works.
Makes
Right.
sense.
His was more, white rhymed with red, like bloodshot eyeballs.
Right.
Mm,
Called himself the Exigent of Truth. And he would not stop prying about uncomfortable subjects. By the time I realized he was trying to hit me with the mind mojo, he had made me spill way too many personal secrets, and then I kicked him out.
as
Right.
you should have.
The kind of dipshit who just uses mental magic on anyone.
I see.
Think he might be related to our curse spreader?
It's at the very least, they're related in some way, I would imagine. If not directly, then passively.
You mean the resting sickness, I take it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The same.
We managed to figure out that the sickness is being spread by an evil glare through the eyes of some particularly powerful curse caster.
Bonafide evil eye. That would explain quite a bit if it's just spread through eyesight alone. That's his role for information he could give you on the subject.
Hey, there we go.
Ah.
Well, since you're requisitioning a Jade artifact from me, I may as well pay you back at some free information as well. I haven't been targeted by that yet, and very few people I know have been. Scuttlebutt is that it strikes the wicked.
The wicked, huh?
Is a bit more of a clearer definition of what is of who is exactly deemed wicked?
That would depend on who our insert setting metaphor for Typhoid Mary is.
Oh. I see.
That would depend on
I
whoever
imagine.
the
I imagine
spread is.
it's something. I imagine it's something along the lines of, you
imagine-
jaywalked, therefore I get to throw gun at you. Type justice
Yeah.
obsesses.
Adam has one. The Grand Unified Nullifier, or whatever you called it.
Yes.
General Uneducator Negator.
Something like that.
Yeah, at
Something
this point,
close
he
enough.
has. At this point, he briefly slithered back for a few minutes behind the shop and returns with what looks like a fist-sized chunk of white jade. You can definitely tell it's the genuine article, and he takes it to his work desk and immediately smashes it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to work. It needs to be powdered and mixed in with the fabric.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Really good. Told you the guy was good.
That you certainly did.
If you're if you want more information on where Sostan's apparently going to strike next, there's going to be a fight club.
They have those in this city.
They have those in a lot of
certainly.
cities.
I imagine
Wow,
so, but I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Okay.
I've actually been to one of those as a younger sport. That was back in my old. That was back in my lasso phase. I wasn't too fond of that one. Fought a couple of those. Broken arm. Grew it back. Difficult times. Wasn't the best phase of my life.
Would this fight club have a name, perchance?
I think it was called from all the way back. I think it was called the Ivory Shell.
Ivory Shell. Can't say that rings any bells to me. Rashid. Is that how you pronounce it? Let me double check.
I was about to say
Rajiv.
Oh, Rajiv. Yeah, Rajiv. Mm-hmm.
The prize there is definitely it's moon silver. It's some kind of. It's a key. They use very flowery metaphors. They use that in all the official promo for that. But there is a hearthstone implanted in it, whatever it is. So not only is it an artifact in and of itself, it's also the keys to a kingdom for a nearby place of power.
Wow. I can see how our greatest thief and all of Champoor would like to get their hands on that.
Could be an interesting tourist destination, if I do say so myself.
There are a few, mind you. If I would caution against entering that myself. There's the metal woman's gonna be there, and she's the front runner who's gonna take home all the gold. She also might just kill you if you get in the ring, so don't.
I wasn't exactly interested in participating, but thank you. But I do certainly appreciate the heads up.
Right.
Something about mist in her name? I forget the specifics. Point is that she's dangerous. She may also know one of those real esoteric martial arts, too.
Rex, do you actually have a name in mind for this lady?
This is Relentless Argent Mist.
Yeah. We've met her before.
Wait, have we?
I mentioned her last time.
I think so.
She is the Moon Silver in SSD's batch.
Oh,
Yeah. Really good. Oh, wait. That means we know her. That means we can talk. We can chat with her about it.
Potentially, yeah, depending on how you approach it. Okay, so is there any other questions you have for Rajiv?
Rajiv.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, Rajiv.
No, I do not.
Not that any that come to mind. Lythander, do you have any questions for our Naga friend? No, I think that'll be all. Mighty kind of you to offer some info on that, Rajiv. Oh, you're big time. Oh, and when we do strike at the final date of operation, I actually have a secondary project for you. That'll be something for myself, but it's something a bit more personal.
Looking for a new hat or some such?
I was thinking more of a full ensemble kind of thing. And then I show him my schematic of like I have a thing like sort of scribbled on a paper. It's like you know how you ever see like the typical style of like Arabian Nights, like very turban, like these very like wrapped up looking thief outfits, like they're very flowy and like
Are you talking like Prince of Persia-esque headgear?
Yeah, Prince of Persia-esque, exactly.
Yeah.
I was thinking of one of those for, essentially, this big idiot Adam is giving him the Arabian version of a ninja outfit.
Oh my lord.
Adam wants to wear a ninja outfit
Oh
for
my
the
goodness.
stealth operation.
That would require black Jade. That's the color most associated with stealth, and unfortunately, black is the one I'm currently out of. But, like you said, this is for later, so we can approach
This is
that.
for later.
Hopefully, we resupply. Plus, if you somehow manage to stumble upon any of Sozan's cat stash, she may have some Jade stashed away. I wouldn't say no if you brought some to me.
I'll keep an eye out.
And that's at this point you hear an incredibly wet thud outside.
A kind of dead body
No.
thud,
Yeah,
or... Oh boy.
Oh boy. Adam walks out.
That was-
Lythander, are you with us?
Surprising amount of screaming from outside, mainly because the bystander effect is scientifically
Oh,
proven to be bullshit. People
Oh,
actually
okay.
are
I would like to
panicking.
go and try to
Oh boy,
investigate the
alright.
corpse.
Where's the corpse?
Corpse has
Right,
fallen
what
out
do you
a
want to
window.
roll here?
Okay.
Oh shoot! How dare you? How
All right,
dare
go
you
ahead.
use something that you know I have none of? How dare you
Let's
do
get
the
this an
thing that I
awareness roll.
have none of? I have 3 awareness, so 3 success.
Could I assist
I know, I have
Lythander in this?
I'm
If
talking
you
about me
want,
in
yeah.
real life, okay?
Oh, I also have 3 awareness.
That's
as it
not
so
none.
happens. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, I mean, just
Okay,
look
that's
at
fair. I feel like
sure,
I feel like no one in this call has more than 1 dot of awareness in real life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. But,
Matthew, giver of all things.
Maybe later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'll
Mayhaps.
make his Matthew or whatever he calls it.
But, alright, so... Lythander got 3 successes.
What kind of body is it?
That
I'll
is
still
a
help.
That's a success.
Okay, then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a real dead body.
Oh!
This appears to be a vague human. On closer inspection, it's off. This is like it's filled with something that from a distance might be assumed to be blood and gore, but upon further inspection of what's leaking out of it, you might maybe, like in a black and white movie when they use chocolate syrup for blood. This is the color equivalent of like the fake blood you'd see in movies.
I
Is oozing
lick
out of it.
the blood.
Hershey's chocolate
does this
syrup
taste
in
like,
the
jelly?
Psycho shower scene.
Yeah, exactly. But Technicolor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe there's a reason.
Why does it
Gavel?
taste sweet?
Would you like a taste of this blood?
It does. It tastes like jelly.
Why do you think blood tastes like jelly?
It's not real blood.
She hesitantly tastes it, and I imagine she gets the same taste.
Yep.
I see. Okay. I see.
And
So,
as after a few moments pass, people are also starting to notice the incongruities of like, wait, why does he have button eyes? That's not what people.
Is this a warning to us?
Is this a prank? Is this a bit?
it's a prop.
And he has a letter clutched in his hands.
Oh. I was about to say, does this fake dead body look like anyone in particular?
It does not. It looks
Okay.
specific.
Oh dear.
Oddly enough, it looks like a generic person, like a "this person does not exist" style
Oh
thing.
no.
I see. Okay.
AI generated person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
The letter is addressed to Gavel, so yeah.
What does it say?
Oh, cool. All right, what's the letter read?
Well, it seems to be written in complete gibberish, so strange tongue understanding is required.
I was about to say, strange tongue understanding. I'm gonna use a mote. That I need to...
And this is something you wouldn't be able to read with normal strange tongue understanding. This requires the infernal upgrade, because this isn't written in a real language.
Oh, cool. Good thing I have the unshattered tongue perfection mode.
And this is very negative in terms of what it's conveying. It's a threat, kind of. So, yeah, you could... It takes a lot of squinting and having to readjust a page, but you think you can make out... This seems to be the equivalent of a ransom note of letters randomly squished together, but once it clicks, it seems oddly formal. This appears to be... This is phrased with the cadence and language of a romantic overture confession letter, but it's inviting you to be their nemesis.
Oh, come on. Gavel
Very
rolls
tasteless.
her eyes very visually.
There
rolls
are...
her eyes.
I'm gonna have them make an influence roll on you. This will adjust your resolve via your major intimacy of I must punish the wicked, because this is a multi-page description of all of their war crimes and horrible shit they do to people.
Can
And it is inviting you to
can I
take them
sun
down
King Radiance for a
as
minute?
part of an instill action.
So that I can help? Yeah.
Oh, that's
Alright, I do
very
that.
successful.
Committing
To use
another
their
mode.
resolve bonus? Yeah, sure.
All right.
Oh boy!
Oh my
So,
goodness.
Hey, do you want to...
That is 9 successes.
Adam, I'm not sure if you can help out too much with that.
Yeah, no, the roll is still yours.
Oh, do your best. Just do your best.
Essence 2, in the sense, scene sharing my
I mean,
intent,
she would be
add
forming
the
an intimacy
integrity
of rage
bonus to your
regardless.
resolve,
Yeah.
which would be, my integrity is 4, so you get plus 4 resolve.
Ooh.
Oh, thank goodness you have good integrity. Plus 4. Oh, that's close, but it's not enough. I have 3 resolves, so that would make it 7. Not quite.
So he does manage to instill an intimacy into you.
Yep. Which virtue and strength is this under?
This is a... what are your virtues again?
My virtues. Justice, major. I must kill wicked rulers and leaders. Discipline,
Okay,
minor.
this is a minor justice intimacy
Okay, and...
of rivalry towards...
rivalry towards...
And they don't name themselves, they just name themselves as your loving nemesis.
Quote, loving nemesis.
There's nothing actually sexual about this. This seems to be someone who has mixed up a romance letter with... This appears to be... He appears to be trying to do
sure
enemies
there's nothing
from
sexual
things,
about
but is
this?
stuck at enemies.
Oh boy. Would this be a principal or tie type?
Yes, there's nothing sexual about this.
That's fair.
This is he wants a nemesis and is sending out a romantic nemesis letter.
Would this be a principal or tie type of... Okay, thank you. Okay.
So this is a rivalry tie, essentially inviting you out to his place
gross.
for a duel, in the same terms you would use to invite someone out to dinner.
Once Gavel's read the letter, has read all of it, and then read it a third time, she is going to slowly rip the letter apart.
Okay.
Even worse for your skin and for
And
the
then
environment.
toss the pieces into the wind.
Okay.
Unceremoniously, I might add.
It's way easier to rip than paper should be. This feels like it's made of wax paper.
Oh, lovely.
Oh no!
Well, Gavel doesn't exactly worry about her complexion. Considering and all that. But she just kind of notes this down mentally. And just kind of stews this over, biting her lower lip in a bit of anger.
Yeah, this guy went into all sorts of horrible detail about things he does to human captives in terms of draining their souls dry.
Has he given in it? You said he kind of did like an invitation of his like headquarters or so forth. Does this
How do
place
you
have
know?
a specific name, or is it just an address?
He just invites you to his freehold.
Okay.
Yes.
Not that kind of city.
Oh. How many does that make now? Like 12?
I don't know. I'm just
No,
guessing.
4. 4.
So Gavel looks to both Lythander and Adam.
That makes
Well, we have another person
No,
on the
I'm
shit
talking about
list.
group.
4. Oh boy.
For me, it's about 1,233,000, but this asshole is number 1,344,000. Although it seems he just got his ass pushed to the top.
Top 100.
This is only a minor intimacy strength, I should note.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
But since he's in close proximity, I'm going to turn his ass to grass in time.
It's at this point Willow Spectre shows up again. Is this a fair folk thing? I think that seems like a fair folk construct. Fetches, I think they're called.
Fair folk, I would not know too much, I'm afraid.
I tried playing a game with them once, and, well, I won, but I'm not sure how. The rules of the game were very unclear.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Hey, let's see. Let me see how much I can do this. Once per session? Okay. Hey, I'm gonna use Unwoven Coagitator.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to know what this guy's name is.
Just what the name is? I could give you a bit more additional information, too.
Name and basic description.
Okay, this guy's name is, the Antagonist.
Wow, what a name. Antagonist. Okay.
And the additional information that the demons are able to give you based on their spies in the courts of the Raksha is that this guy, the fair folk are defined by relationships with creation. Otherwise, they are just shapeless, formless chaos, so they need something to define themselves off of. He is looking for someone as a nemesis in order to define himself as a person.
I didn't know we were
Gross.
actually part of the Gigaboo.
He is trying to get himself into a
You
deliberately
need to log
parasocial
off.
relationship with you.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yes, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Purpose in life. I almost messed up my intimacies because I was laughing too hard. Antagonist.
No, specifically the antagonist.
Yes, the antagonist. I have those I have both of those letters capped.
Mm-hmm.
The antagonist. Okay. So that's good enough for Gavel. She gets out of her kind of trance-like state whenever communicating with these guys. All right, well, now I know the name and a basic description of this little prankster.
And what's weird is that they didn't have a description. Like, the physical description didn't exist at first until you started asking more questions. And after a few moments of thinking it over, you realize what they look like. They look a lot like you.
Oh, come on!
In terms of, run through a color filter, if you're Sonic, they look like Shadow, essentially.
So what you're saying is that they look like Sonic the
Hold
Hedgehog.
on. Let me
No, they
go
look like
grab
Shadow.
Clip
No,
Studio.
because
I'm
Gavel
gonna
is
grab.
red and black, so
I'm gonna
he's
grab
white.
Gavel's character portrait and I'm gonna invert gradient.
Oh man,
Color inversion.
this is gonna be so. Oh, I'm gonna love this. Out of character, I'm gonna love this
man.
quest line.
You're fighting.
This is gonna be very funny, yeah.
You're fighting your V2.
This is
man.
gonna be wild. I'm fighting the
You're fighting Legav.
Evil Gav.
I'm fighting the
Evil
equivalent
Gav will be like,
of Project Melody's.
I love
malware.
gods and authority figures.
Let's give money to the churches around the area.
Let's save the orphanage.
Evil Gavel will be like, I love imperialism.
Evil
That's how you know
Gavel.
they're evil.
Evil
Oh, yeah.
Gavel's like, I love capitalism.
After this additional bit of information coming through her skull at the last second, she gets a very bemused and bewildered look on her face. So it seems I have both a name and I have a physical description of this person.
All right.
But I don't think you'll believe me even if I told
Try
you.
me, I guess.
Go ahead.
Their name is the antagonist,
Hold on.
and they look like me,
Hmm.
but with a different color.
Let me see. Tunnel
So
correction,
what you're saying is
reverse
that
gradient.
they pulled the me, but worse.
I should note, this isn't a perfect copy. This isn't perfect lunar shapeshifting. This is a bad copy.
This is like
Boingo and Boingo.
what are those two idiots' names in JoJo Part 3?
Oingo
Oingo
Boingo.
and
Okay,
Boingo.
here's evil.
Yeah, it's like-
Gavel.
it's like-
It's one of
it-
those.
Yeah.
Or, like any... So basically like any wanted poster in an anime.
Yes.
Specifically like Sanji in
Let's
One
see,
Piece.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sanji does
Gotta
look like
organize
his
these
posters.
better.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think. The gavel.
Oh, it's
Did
so
we get
good.
much higher?
The gavel is real.
Oh.
Ah, there it is.
So high!
Here's evil Gavel.
This is turning into the wackiest nonsense ever, and I am all here for. Oh, come on!
All I did was take your
It
portrait.
looks like
and
the
just
Negative Man from
reverse gradient.
Spider-Man.
Perfect.
Oh,
Hey,
my
that's what's gonna be
goodness.
the promo image for this.
Oh, come on! Oh, that's hilarious.
Evil action economy be like.
You hear about Chalk Zone, Spider-Man?
Yo, what about Chalk Zone, the greatest of all animes?
Oh my goodness.
Evil Gamer X be like, I love 40K.
Oh.
Evil
Ugh.
Korak be
I
like,
like the stories
video
that come-
games.
I like the stories that come out of Warhammer 40k, but that's a topic
Evil
for another
chills be
time
like.
entirely.
I never talk.
Cyphus Kane's okay, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see.
Evil Alatos be, I'm a prude.
Oh goodness.
I hate
Oh.
sex.
What would Evil Korak
Oh
be in your
goodness. Evil Korak. Well, you already made the joke of loving video games.
Evil
but
Korak. Evil Korak. Be like,
Oh,
if the
what
game,
would
if
evil
something
Kor-
happens,
what would be a trait?
if something
for
bad
Evil
happens in the
Korak?
video game, it's my fault, not the game's fault.
I'm optimistic about things.
Yeah,
We already
exactly.
made that
I've been
joke.
doing that.
All right,
I've been
moving
doing
on.
that
Go.
often.
Moving
Okay,
on.
let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Because, I'm sorry.
Well,
Oh,
to be fair,
goodness.
Overwatch is crap.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, okay.
Moving
Yes.
on.
Now
Okay,
you
so,
did this to yourself,
you wanted to go-
Rex.
You wanted to go meet with Lady Tahira.
Yeah, Lady Tahira. Yeah, we want to meet up with her.
Okay, I'm gonna need all of you to make an integrity roll.
Oh, cool.
All right. I love integrity
Force
rolls.
plus integrity.
Oh, it's Force? Okay, at least
They're
I
my
have some
favorite
decent stuff
rolls
in
of
that.
all.
Farms.
I think I made that joke like 3 sessions ago.
All right, 3 successes.
0 successes.
All right, Lythander.
Integrity. What is my taste?
I'll have Willow Spectre make a roll too. He does have an integrity excellency, so I'll add that in.
Integrity. How integral am I? You said plus force?
All right. 4 is good.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have a 3d6 already on here. That would have been funny. 310d7.
You rolled a 3 because you rolled a 3.
Not even a dice. You just rolled the
3
number
successes.
3.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
We
Okay.
take those?
Everyone who rolled above a 3, which is everyone except Gavel, who botched.
Yep.
So I'll read out what happens first. You guys are led onto the ship, a pretty unassuming fishing like a large fishing vessel, and in like the compartment where they would keep the fish, someone has hollowed out. Not necessarily a nice place, but fairly expansive as far as ships go, like a little office where this gang leader is hanging out, and everyone but Gavel notices a magic brand on her forehead.
Oh.
On Gavel's forehead?
It is a old realm character for suspicion. And you reckon, after focusing, you realize that this woman's under a curse.
Excuse me, my lady, can I borrow you for a second?
Alright, go ahead and make your sagacity roll for the curse-breaking charm.
I'm joking, I'm not doing that, she'll kill me.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So, Gavel does not notice it and is immediately suspicious of her.
So, that's a nice curse you got there.
She was opening her mouth to say something, and then she stops up. Beg your pardon?
Oh, that thing on your forehead. Do you want me to try to get rid of it for you?
Make a presence roll.
With what attribute?
Force.
How dare you? How dare.
If Gavel could see this, he would be able, or she would be able to assist, but unfortunately not the case.
I think I have something that lets me use something besides presence.
Also, sorry, I got a little distracted. What did you say it was?
Presence roll.
It's a presence roll.
No. I mean the symbol.
It means suspicious.
The old realm character for suspicious.
Right, and this is on her forehead?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, Gavel is very suspicious of this woman, despite never meeting her before.
Because you botched on it.
Because I very much botched on it.
This is actually modified down, and it does succeed because her resolve is modified down by one of her intimacies. Alright, so she pauses for a second. It's like a curse.
Yes.
What kind of curse?
It seems that one that makes you suspicious. Da 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 da.
God damn it. Son of a bitch, it's that white veil fucker. He knew I was onto him. Go ahead.
So this might hurt a little bit. I crack my knuckles. I just need somebody else with me. Gavel, do you mind if I see you for a second?
Why?
I just need your head for something.
Fine, sure, whatever.
I grab Gavel and the other person by the head.
Oh, not this again.
And I pat Gavel on the head gently and then try to punch the thing.
Wait, can't you just draw a circle?
No, I can't. That's the thing. I can't draw a circle. I have to use my own fists. And
fucking shit, that hurts.
No, I just patted you on a head.
Oh, just patted me. I thought you slammed our heads together again.
Go ahead and make your force sagacity roll.
Get a stunt?
Yes, you do.
I change it up, you know.
3 successes.
Essence 3, so it works.
Oh.
Heck yeah, gamers.
We in here.
Right. There is a ringing symbol. Boing! Like you struck a suit of armor.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding.
And the symbol pops off of her forehead and grows legs.
That makes 3 of these things.
Do I see it at this point?
Yes, it's manifest.
Ew, a spider bug.
That will then release a new disease upon this world.
Ow! Oof. What the hell is it? Oh god, I was cursed. I didn't even know.
Well, you're welcome. The charge would be, please don't kill me for doing that.
No, of course not. If they realized I was onto them, then this is spinning in their eye, so I got no quarrel. What does that say? I don't recognize the language.
It says, do I know? Do I actually?
It says suspicious in Old Realm.
Wait, so I know Old Realm?
You're a necromancer,
Okay.
probably.
It says suspicious.
God damn it.
Suspicious. It says suspicious.
Do you want to make another sagacity roll to see if you can find out what the purpose of this was?
Sure. Sagacity plus what?
Finesse.
I think finesse is my strong one. No, finesse is my 3. Oh no, I'm rolling 8 dice. How dare you, Rex?
That's still pretty
How dare
good.
you make me roll 8?
Oh,
Told you I used all my luck with that first roll.
This is... You can't figure out the specifics of it, but this was designed to subconsciously make you mistrust them. To what end, you're not sure, but this is essentially someone misplanting the evidence. To use Among Us again, this is someone using advanced magic tactics to deflect something.
To pass the buck.
Yes.
But whatever the case, it seems someone was attempting to make you seem untrustworthy in order to cut off your ability to gain more allies in whatever conflict you have against. I believe they said their name was Burning Polyps.
Burning polyps, yes.
yes, Burning Polyps was the name.
Polyps is a fucking asshole, but I don't think this is them. It must be the White Veil asshole.
Oh,
That's a name we haven't heard yet.
So this is some kind of
It's not the name of a person, it's a school.
Oh.
Right. What kind of school?
My dear, would you care to enlighten us?
Don't call me that.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed all the different martial arts styles that have been popping up over the past few years. I can't quite name where they came from, but hey, if anyone can learn them and use them with enough training, then, well, I don't remember who my Sifu was. It was a long time ago, but he did teach me Mantis style, and which has made me suspicious of one of the more secret schools. There is a society that does not exist that teaches a martial art that doesn't exist.
Right.
And she uses this with full finger quotes. If this society existed, it would use martial arts that could kill with a look or a meaningful gaze or a word to make it look like a disease.
It's martial.
This is called the
arts.
White Veil style.
I see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might have found ourselves a lead.
Would it be alright if I called you Madam then? If
Fine.
dear doesn't work.
That's fine.
I see. Madam, you wouldn't happen to have any more information on some of the students of this particular school?
That doesn't exist?
That totally doesn't exist.
A side note, this is one of the most infamous martial arts in Exalted in terms of reputation in the fandom. This is literally ways to kill without getting in a fight.
Yeah, that's fair. That's like the principle. That's like taking the principle of martial arts to the extreme. You take them out before the fight's even begun.
Mm-hmm.
In some ways, that would be considered cheating.
Yes. Spread out from the center. It's one of those supernatural ones where if one of the chosen does it, they get a lot more mileage out of it.
If it were to exist, of course.
Yeah.
It doesn't. But if it did...
Now, I'm not... Because of how it could be done from afar, it's hard to say who exactly is doing it. I got a few guesses, but don't take anything Don't take my pins as exactly who it is. Heard rumors of a silver lady, made of silver, going her way through all the fight clubs in the city, and she's got some martial arts tricks, so...
Gavel gives a little side eye to Adam.
So we have reason to believe that there may be an individual who doesn't exist, but if he did exist, they would wear...
Let's drop the bullshit. The White Veil Society exists.
Yes, thank you.
All right, I'll speak in clear terms.
Thank you.
There's an individual... we managed to catch a glimpse of an individual performing this, the techniques of which you spoke, wearing a green set of armor. They escaped further into the center of the city, where all the markets are. You
She
wouldn't
actually
happen
takes
to...
a few steps back upon hearing this. Oh, fuck me. Sozin's the culprit?
Ding ding.
Oh, dear. You heard that name before.
Gods, that would explain why they have been able to do all this without getting unmolested. Greatest thief in hell, if no one knows where they are, they could kill with a look and not know where it's coming from.
We intend to change that.
By all means, please do. You'll have all my boys with support.
Yes, we came across some of them earlier when we arrived.
That was my son you saved.
Woo!
Gavel is visually taken aback by this.
Anything I can give to help, I will.
Let's
How about that?
Let's put a bit of a pin in that for now, shall we? I'm sure there's something we can think of in the future, but as of right now, this information that you've provided us, madam, has been very substantial.
If anything else about the plague, well, we shouldn't call it a plague. It's the white veil disease.
Right.
It's not useless in direct combat, is the thing. Killing in secrecy is the primary means, but they use Garrett wires if they get into a direct fight, I've heard.
Garrett wires.
So if you corner them, they won't be defenseless, is the thing.
Right.
That could be an issue.
And if they're that demon in the armor, then if it came all the way from Malpheus, it's got to have its own powers there, too.
We've got more than enough experience dealing with armed opponents. It won't be too much trouble if we can catch them by surprise.
And demons as well.
And since we know where they'll strike next, we can catch them before they even know we're there.
If you want my opinions on... Oh, yes.
Oh, madam, I don't think we introduced ourselves properly. These are my compatriots, Atom and Lythander. I point a hand towards them respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And my name is Gavel. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I very much appreciate your time, and I do have some more information in regards to... If you're going down a hit list, I have a few more names to add.
There's a lot of names on my hit list as well, so we'll get to them when we're able to, and should we be in a good proximity of them.
Polyps is not going to be it. They're not a martial artist. They're some local hot young dragonblood who fell in with those anathemic fuckers and is regretting they didn't know what procedure they were walking into.
I believe where I come from, we call those jackasses.
Either way, I don't know if they've hurt some of my friends. They're a danger, but I don't think they're the person you're searching for. There have been rumors of an anathema in the area, but... like a solar anathema, but... because it's one of the night ones, the ones that you can't really see directly, God knows if that's what's going to be the thing. I doubt it, though, because... well, there's no information about him. Or her, or them, whatever they are calling themselves. All that we've heard glimpses of is a silhouette.
I see.
And of course there's the big dons. Some of them are of the Chosen too. Mainly dragons, a couple of exigents here and there. Heard that the god of the city died a bit ago, giving someone else the juice.
Damn shame, that one.
Well, it's not like they were doing jack shit. Points at the entire city. Look at this.
Yes, I've noticed.
Let's see, there's a couple visiting Prasadi, and dragons are used as martial arts. It's from their center, so some of them might be worth checking out in terms of who they might be. I heard there's some woman from the realm here. Liza, I think her name was? Though she's a magistrate, and I don't think they would be the type to dabble with the creepy martial stuff.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
Nellids, yeah, they're from one of the great houses.
I believe we've heard of the name. We'll keep an eye out.
Let's see. I'm gonna have her make a roll.
Okay. And then I have some stuff to tell.
Out come the
Tell her.
slugs!
Oh no!
Oh, not this again.
Are we ever going to not run into this?
What the fuck?
Well, they've already tried something with that in regards to getting rid of information blocking curses, but I'm afraid that particular one's a little too heavy for us to work around.
No need to push yourself there, madam. I believe the gist. We've gotten what we need in that regard.
But they're
Right.
not even... I don't think they're...
Don't, please, madam, don't push yourself. Gavel's tone is getting a bit heavier now.
Yep. Well... Shit, I guess I'll have to see a priest. Wait, are you sure you can't? Gestures to the slugs on the floor. Gestures to herself. Gestures to Lythander.
Gavel stomps on one of the slugs. Believe me, madam, we've tried.
I mean, you have dealt with it in the past.
We have dealt with it in the past. Unless, Lythander, you're up for some more adventures.
Please don't hit me in the head again.
Do you want to cure some more slugs?
Sure.
All right, go help her.
Alright, go for another curse-breaking charm.
I am going to pull. I'm gonna start to punch and then pull it back, and then just a roundhouse kick.
Wait, before you do this, I should note that if you do this, your anima will go above 4, which is the level where it becomes obvious that you're an exalt. Just as a note.
I think you should still do it. Granted, will it gain us a little? It might make things a bit interesting,
6.
but I think it's still worth doing it. 6 successes.
Essence 4. Yeah, that succeeds.
Thank goodness. All right.
I take the curse.
This
and
is a
pull
separate-
it back. How many familiars do I have now? 5?
You now have 4 Pokemon! Wait, no, 5,
Pedro.
counting Pedro the
Yeah.
chicken.
Oh
Your starter.
my goodness.
Who was a curse?
Oh.
Who knew? Wait, can I infuse
Maybe.
the curses into Pedro?
Oh
Maybe.
boy.
Pedro.
Are you gonna have your familiar have familiars?
Like Pet
Oh
Pets
my
and
goodness.
Neopets.
Exactly.
I love Neopets. What about you?
Neopets turned into a hellscape, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The devs got way into
Oh.
crypto from last I heard.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Alright. The curse has been lifted once again.
I was just trying to talk about some people I saw at the temples. What the fuck? Why did that happen?
Oh, don't worry. It's...
How many curses do I have?
well, there's a salt god who
that's-
hates people. You can ask the... why can't I remember her name in my ring?
Oh, your
No.
wife.
Righteous Knife.
No, not Righteous Knife.
Not in a righteous knife?
The Righteous Knife is the spirit in the
What
ring.
about the other one? Did she leave?
Oh, yeah, she passed on.
Dang it.
You fixed the thing that was fettering her down by smashing the soul-stealing ring.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, yes, no, I even encountered ghosts who did this. Don't ask me how a ghost throws up slugs.
To put it simply, madam, we've come across a lot of things in our travels.
In this particular one, way too often to be comfortable with it. But we are.
Indeed.
I've heard of the slug thing. It's a sorcery thing, isn't it? So anyone could do it if if they figured out how to use the deep magic.
Yes, but considering our past travels, it seems that this is more than mere random hits.
Maybe. Her fate, she goes cross-eyed for a moment, and it's clear she's trying to remember something, but it's just not coming. This poor gang member has been hit by a lot of different memory or like free will interfacing effects.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot on her plate, sadly.
There's one more thing I feel should be brought up. Specifically, something that has come across our table recently, so to speak. If how do I phrase this properly? Your members might come across someone who looks like me, but with a different color scheme as me.
What?
Yeah, it's a long story. But just have your members keep an eye out for him, okay? You don't need to do anything. Don't have your members interact with them or anything. Just, just to keep any confusing distinctions, just keep in mind, that's not me.
When you say inverted color scheme, do you mean the clothes are different, or the skin tone?
The skin.
Ah.
And the clothes. Probably the clothes. Most definitely the skin.
This sounds like some fairy bullshit.
It kind of is.
Not surprising. Well, I'll tell my boys to keep their ears to the ground, and if any other information comes up, they'll come running.
And if we run across anything that should be prevalent to you, madam, then we'll be sure to get in touch.
Okay. Bit later. Where do you guys want to head to now?
Well, I was thinking we probably should head to the Fight Club.
Yep. What did we end up deciding on a name for it?
This is a different fight club than the one you frequented, I think.
All right. But yeah, we're going there.
This is held in the basement of a tea house called the Soaring Worm.
Yeah, we're gonna go there and chat with our Moon Silver Mist friend.
It's at this point, then, upon scouting it, you see a relatively big, like 20 or 30 or so people, like, keeping a few meters between them and someone very angrily pacing around the front of the establishment. And they are glowing with white and red light. They are wearing a gentleman in a brown turban, appears to be Middle Eastern equivalent in terms of features, like very much from the area.
Mm-hmm.
And is dressed, actually dressed like a sailor, as opposed to the sailors who aren't dressed like sailors, who are actually monks, who are actually gang members.
Okay.
Appears to just be muttering to himself in what appears to be Old Realm. Just everyone's like, a good Samaritan actually warns you back. It's like, I would wait before going there. He's unpleasant. He's made a lot of people cry.
Right.
Gavel's just gonna keep looking at this
guy. This guy is visibly glowing as you see him, as he's spending motes on investigation charms, essentially. He is just observing and looking at a lot. Like he pulls out what looks like an old magnifying glass and is just leaning into the floor, and is just like, okay, this fucker here would mean that they're from outside of the city, most likely from Yadana, or perhaps a Ysiri escapee, and this is that silver fucker here, so they're already inside. I should not confront until I get my equipment ready.
Gavel clears her throat.
Let me quickly scroll down the list of charms to see what he's going to do in response.
Oh boy.
All right. Just quickly, he has awareness 5, I should note, in terms of his best quality on his character sheet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So he turns around and looks at you and uses evidence discerning method.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna roll his finesse plus awareness, which is 10d10,
Sheesh. Okay.
and he's using an excellency on this as well. So
Oh
14
my
d10.
goodness. All right. 7 successes.
You are Gavel of the Jade.
Indeed. Please, sir, what else does your little charm tell you?
You had shawarma you had halal for lunch. You are here with 30 of your men in this city.
These are all correct. Keep going.
You are here seeking Sozin the Kaffir active keys.
That is also correct. You're almost there. Come on now.
You're here to partake in this fight club.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting extremely annoyed by me getting all this information.
Extremely so.
He doesn't actually seem to react to that. It's just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let me double check which questions he's getting from this. What intimacy most drives to target? He's immediately getting that.
Most drives, that would be the justice major. I must kill wicked rulers and leaders.
All right.
Yep.
How does the target present themselves to others? What social class does the target belong to? What distinctive trait would I notice about the target? What telltale sign? Like signature stuff. So he's looking at you and it's just repeating even more information than I'm saying out loud. Like to the point of weird shit you didn't even think were important. It's like, thus far you have taken 455 steps inside this city since last sitting down. You have drunken 3 glasses of water, not nearly enough to keep a body going.
Although I agree with you, can we please get to the point, sir?
Are you with her? Do you serve the Kaffir active keys?
Serve? No. Not even close.
I am searching for her. She has taken something from me.
Would you care to enlighten us on what that is, or is that a bit too personal? Though granted, personal information doesn't seem to really bother you, now does it?
She took memories.
I see.
I could not tell you even if I wanted.
That little hint will be good enough. Here, I have an idea. Gavel does a low whistle and calls in Hopkins.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Hopkins sniff around a little bit just in case.
Hopkins sniffs around and then bolts inside the tea house and starts barking at something further in.
I motion for the other two to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Unblinking eye follows as well.
Yep.
Adam silently follows along.
All right. Where is Hopkins?
As you enter, reality reshapes itself around you.
Oh.
One moment, there is a person sitting with their back turned to you at the very back of the tea house inside a secluded booth, and the second Hopkins shows up, there is no person.
Oh.
You do not see any of this person's face. You just see a vaguely bluish robe, and then they are immediately gone. And all of you roll fortitude plus integrity.
Oh boy.
What is this?
Bonus. Fortitude, eh? Oh, this is gonna go swimmingly.
This is against the sidereal arcane fate.
I'm still. I still have our bonus.
Please be kind.
For integrity, if resolve is any.
Oh, this is rolling against a static difficulty of 5.
Oh, okay. I need all these to be successes and one of these to be 10.
I rolled higher.
Please be kind. 3 successes, darn it. Close. But not quite.
Lythander, you as well? I also have Willow Spectre, who's just been trailing behind, roll as well.
Yeah. Wait, so that roll wasn't for the...
Okay, so at the moment, Adam succeeds. So, Gavel, your vision goes blurry, and all of a sudden, you don't know why you walked in here. Hopkins just started barking at something, and you don't know what. Let me roll for Hopkins as well, come to think of it, because this
I
might
was
also
about to
affect
say.
him. Oh my god, he succeeded.
That's my boy! That's my dog!
Yeah!
5 successes on 7 dice. He does look confused, but he is growling and sniffing and barking at what appears to be just an imprint of a butt on the seat.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Hopkins?
You know someone was there and then they weren't.
Someone was here.
Like they did. It was not even a teleport out. It was just like bad jump cut editing, like Tyler Durden in Fight Club. There for a split second and then gone.
Alright. So, seems to me that this Master Thief's got a... sure makes up for their name. Got a couple tricks up their sleeve, and seems like procuring a meeting with this individual won't be as easy.
Let me just check. Korak, are you here?
Merely knowing where they were.
When Adam describes how this person vanished, that sounds like a sidereal trick.
Mm-hmm.
They can retroactively rewrite past events to make sure they were not in a location sometimes. It costs a lot of motes. From a player perspective, for a sidereal player, this charm costs 4 motes to use.
That's a lot of motes.
Yeah, it's prohibitive, but they have a get out of scene free button, and he just pressed it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They want to get back. They want to come back here. That we know this. We already know that they want to get back here because they have something that they want in here. Right?
You assume that this is the same person as Sozin.
I am.
It might.
I forgot. I
I
actually assumed wrong. I actually assumed it was the wrong person. Yes.
Too.
Yes, we are imagining.
Does not have an integrity excellency, so.
But yeah, a sidereal individual appears to have erased their presence from this establishment.
All that's left is an imprint of a butt on the seat.
But not completely. And Adam is going to... Let me see here. I might have something for this.
I will say one thing you did see is that they had a cast mark slightly glowing as they... In the exact microsecond before they vanished, it was the sign of Venus.
A sign of Venus. I know that.
Hey, Korak, you have history with the Venus sidereal.
Isn't that the guy who was in the thing?
He stole your memories.
Oh, that one. I forgot. Don't know.
Yeah, because he
that's
stole your memories.
Too.
That's the joke.
Oh dear. All right.
Unblinking guy immediately goes apeshit when he sees motherfucker. We missed him.
Not quite. He got here, but he slipped away.
What are you talking about? Missed who?
There was a Venus cast mark sidereal here, or at least they were here. But through their abilities, they have erased their presence. But not
Don't worry, I'll erase their presence in no time too.
Is that why we're here?
Hopkins is barking in a thing very much like he was absolutely tracking something, but it's not there. Hopkins knows it was there. It was there.
Is it true, Hopkins?
He stole your memories, boss.
Hopkins barks yes, because familiars can be understood like that.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Damnation. All right.
But wherever they may be, they used up a lot out of their anima. They should be glowing any time now. If we give chase, we might be able to catch up.
You said this guy's armor was made out of orichalcum, yeah?
I said that Sozin's armor was, yeah.
Okay. Sozin's armor, at least. Okay.
I confused this person with Sozin as well.
It's okay. That's not even the most confusing thing about where this plot's gonna go.
Oh, cool. I see.
Those of you who've read Arms of the Chosen know where we're going with this.
So wait, hold on a minute. Speaking of confusing, what we decided to investigate this individual. Why?
It was less, you were investigating the tea house where the Fight Club was in, and then you sent out Hopkins and he detected celestial energy of someone who happened to be there. So he noped out.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought this guy was Sozin, because, you know, there was because you said that they stole, this individual's memories.
This is the memory thief. It is not Sozin. Unblinking Eye was mistaken about that.
Right. So in my understanding, this person is here for a reason. They evaded capture, but there's probably more people looking for them now. If we wait for if their charm is as restrictive as they say it is, they may end up getting caught themselves, just naturally as more people continue to chase them. So for now, I think it's fine if we ignore them and proceed to trying to catch up to Sozin themselves. Maybe just talk to our contact here. A.k.a. Moonsilver Mist.
Unblinking Eye is actually uncharacteristically silent, because he's been, very much muttering to himself a lot of this time. He actually does shut up for a moment as he considers this. That is, of course, assuming Mist and Sozin aren't the same person.
No, I'm fairly certain we know Mist. She's a friend of a friend of ours.
We haven't exactly.
Their name is SSD.
We haven't exactly talked with them much, though.
That's true, but as far as I'm concerned, if SSD trusts them, can't be that bad, right?
Probably put an asterisk in that, because SSD goals. Oh, not all goals per se. Well, except for that whole adventure, but you get what I mean.
I do. I feel compelled to give things a shot at the very least, even if it may come at my cost.
All right, it feels like this is a good closing point for the session. If no one else has anything else they want to address or ask.
Not particularly, no.
Yeah.
All right, Lythander, anything you want to try?
I need to get going.
That's fair. It is late.
That is fair.
So we'll close off on the scene of somewhere else in the city, unclear where. The camera's not very specific. It's blurred and the windows are closed.
Thank you.
We see Mist, who, as described, is made out of moonsilver. Turn and pick up what looks like a small weapon of some variety, like a little knife. It slides into her body. It incorporates with her hand like a Transformers weapon. And she turns to Sozin, who's also in the room. Shall we? And the figure in green armor just nods. Beneath the armor we see eyes. All too human eyes on this demon. And then there's awkward silence because neither of them know what to say to each other after that, so they just both leave.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not everyone can be cool on command. It takes effort.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the stop button. More stuff will happen in the future. Fight Club next time, probably.
I can't wait to go. I love Fight Club, Charlie!
Yahoo!
I love Fight Club! Woo!
Da 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 da.
Da da da.
Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy Crew are really excited to bring you our first big project, and you can also follow all our socials for more of our content. Actionable plays live and die by word of mouth, so if you enjoyed this episode, or know a friend or two who would be interested in this setting or the story we're telling, spreading the word is a great help to a brand new podcast. Me and the players have a lot of ideas and plot seeds for later, both in the far future and 2 weeks from now in the next episode of FateBreakers. Catch you then.